Okay, that'll do for now, so we'll get started. Is there anyone from Talon here? I can't see anyone. Okay.
Untitled Chat.
Yes. I think he's on his way in at the moment, so we'll just wait for him to get here. Barnes, have you done a BCT?
Negative.
Okay, cool. Blade and Dussack, what are your numbers like tonight?
Dussack on 5.
Blade 4, expecting another one later on.
Okay, cool. And how many people do you have who've signed up for the reserve pilot thing?
None from Dussack.
One from Blade.
One from Blade, okay. Okay, cool. Barnes, can you tag along with Blade with Sergeant Newfast over there? Can you run him through the basics? He's a returning member, so shouldn't need too much.
Copy.
Everybody else, I guess it should be individual as far as I'm aware. So, yeah, head off and I'll see you back here in a couple of hours.
Cheers.
Hey, Chip.
Thank you.
Dussack on me.
Yes.
Good evening.
Good
Is
evening.
reserve pilot training happening tonight?
Oh,
Do you have
excuse
any
me.
plans around that?
Let me see.
Hey,
Hello,
Chris.
Here's how it's gonna
Good to have you back, man.
I want you
Yeah,
guys
good to be back.
report to the field hospital. I'm gonna start
Hello,
an
Barnes.
outbreak.
Hey, Lufus.
Do you remember how to join group?
Training for reserve
Yes.
Would you mind joining mine?
Yes, it should.
She asked me so nicely.
Thank you. Cool. Or you and Vex, you might as well join the BCT while we wait for the rest.
Yep.
Let's go get a car.
All from arrow. But I'm gonna check with Greenie first.
So how you doing, Barnes?
Oh,
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm just happy to be back after a couple of years.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How long since was it you played the Milsim in Norma then?
It's not that long. It's just MSRG.
Alright. Let's see if anyone snags my driver's seat.
Damn it.
They're afraid of rally driving, Barnes.
I see.
I even use my ace to put mount key behind. I cry.
You know, not allowed to drive.
At least we haven't got lost yet.
Me driving with all the lag I'm having right now. Oh well. I'm a little annoyed that this vehicle is way more sensitive than the steering.
Gotta admit, you're driving like a grandma. Is this going so slow?
Sorry, I'm used to driving around town and that where it's all limited to speeds and
Right.
got the cameras, you got the police.
Nah, just bomb it and take a chance.
You've got idiots who jump out in front of you because they never ever look before crossing.
I think that's everywhere though.
Sadly, yeah.
I mean, the idiots that jump in front of you.
Yeah, but we got to the point where people use roundabouts as crossings.
Oh god.
Fair enough. Cool. All right. Well, Barnes. As you just heard, I've been told that you are a returning member, and as you told us already, so I reckon we're just gonna skim through this, and you ask us questions whenever you feel like you're rusty on something, right?
No, sure.
First of all, let's just go through the safety stuff. If you press 7, does your... I remember, you don't have a smoke, do you? If you press 7, you should get these smokes. If you pick them up for me, please.
Okay.
Does it change it to the smokes on
White
the top right?
smoke, yeah.
Perfect. You can also obviously change it with Control G, left Control G.
Yep. Wait,
Uh,
now that you brought it up, let me just unbind G real quick.
We're gonna get to that. I would advise either unbinding it completely or rebinding it to a double command. So I have double press G.
Yeah, same.
As you're like, I don't know what has changed since you were here, but are you familiar with if you press Shift G?
Yeah, it's been a while since like this was introduced.
Yeah, you're familiar with this
Yeah,
advanced
yeah.
throwing. Awesome. Cool. I'm assuming that nothing has changed in RG of the structure.
Yeah, only one thing, Cutlass disappeared, which
Oh,
still
right,
makes me
and-
sad.
So Cutlass has disappeared, and Vegas are currently attached to 3-0 as well.
Oh, okay. I see.
Worthwhile mentioning.
Yeah.
Cool. We've already pressed away that. The Acre, if you could go on to
Channel
Radio
2,
Channel
right?
2.
Yeah. Barnes radio check 343 channel 2. Lima Charlie. Was
That's
this how
one.
was?
Yeah, that was
this-
exactly it.
Okay.
You bring me hope, Barnes. And you know about the kind of how you go up and down with the voice, with the tab and whatnot. Silent,
yeah.
whisper,
Yep,
awesome.
yep.
Push to talk, no problems. You can walk in Arma. You're familiar with the movements in Arma, right?
With what?
With walking, just like this.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Slow jog, fast jog, all
Yep.
that jazz.
Sadly, not everyone is. Ace familiarization, you're familiar with Ace. The only thing that I can reckon with this is with survival. I'm not actually sure if you have a canteen. If you take mine
No, I
here,
don't.
take this one.
Okay.
Go self-interact, you'll see a survival
Yeah, I
icon.
saw that.
The canteen in the bottom right, you have a droplet and a fork and a knife. Yep.
And wait, I don't see them because of the micro dagger.
Yep.
Right, yeah, you have to either remove the micro dagger to see it, or you have to change the UI. But either way, can you see it now? The
Yeah,
droplet?
I can. The droplets
So
yellow.
now we have hydration in the game. We're not using food, but hydration, that droplet will become redder and redder. And when it becomes fully red, you are risking passing out. So you will have to regularly drink from your canteen. NCOs will be up to date with that, so don't worry about it too much.
Wait, what is so you see our canteen like our
No, but
water level?
we spawn in the same time, and I know when I need to drink, and so either that, or I will always tend to we're about to get into an extensive firefight, and then I will call out that okay, people need to hydrate now because we won't have time to hydrate during the fight. Yep.
What do you mean? You always have 10 seconds to hydrate.
Not if you ask me. I'd rather shoot people during those 10 seconds.
Oh god, it's also half. Oh my god.
Yep.
No way. Oh god. Okay, this is gonna be interesting.
We'll go over medical later. Acre, you're good on.
Is there a way like to change my loadout? Or
Yep,
I
we'll
want to
do it
see what
later.
okay.
Could you quickly give me a counter report on the guy in the right door there, northwest?
Okay. So there's a contact bearing 348 in the doorway of the house, approximately, I'd say 75 meters away.
Yep. Cool. So yep, 4 steps. Alert. You said contact. You said direction. You said bearing. Distance is the next step. So you said 75, and elaboration on it. Information.
Infantry.
Door or whatever. Awesome.
Not bad on the range.
Sorry.
Not bad on the range.
What's the actual range?
84.
Ah, fuck. Yeah, I usually go like 25,
Yeah.
50, 75, and 100.
That was perfect, pretty much.
If you press H, Barnes, what happens then?
Medical menu.
Awesome. Oh, good God. Thank
Yeah,
you.
no, I configured
follow me.
everything before joining.
Oh, nice.
Oh, last week someone pinged Zeus.
No, that's unbinded. Enhanced movement, yes.
Yep. Oh dear.
Nah, don't worry about it.
And you're aware that you can climb down as well with it?
Wait, what? Really? I never tried it. Hold on.
Look down at the ledge.
Holy crap, this is... Okay,
Game
this is
breaking.
game changing.
Depends on
You
the
no
day.
longer need to break your legs or roll off a building.
Gambler plate.
Is there even a gambler right now?
Yeah,
There's
2-1.
Tarot.
I also keep my weapon like unloaded and on safety while on base.
As do I.
Yeah, I've seen way too many accidents.
Uh,
Oh damn, the uniforms look amazing.
Copy.
Honestly.
Thank you, Dusek. I'll ping
oh,
it.
something
Bit
that
up.
will be definitely new. If you look at the back of my head, see the green stripes?
Yeah.
Squad, yeah, they're glow in the dark. Squad ICs have green, and Gambler ICs have red.
Oh, okay, that's nice. I also see that you
2-1
have.
from Blade. Blade requesting 1 times dummy for the BCT range. Over.
I see you also have the gambler colors.
The patch?
Yeah, the patch on the side of the helmet.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a nice addition.
Uh,
Last time I was here, we were using that British fucking
just a
TP.
guy zip tied so that we can practice medical real quick. Over.
I mean,
Cool.
torture him.
You knew how to use the micro dagger. Don't have to
Yep.
go over that. Weapon switching, you obviously know that. We'll go to the flashlights and stuff like that in a bit with the with the map. You remember how to repack your mags, right?
Of course, self
Many thanks to one. Blah blah blah. You know how to clear jams.
Yes, is it self-interact?
Yes, or you do Shift R.
Oh yeah, I've never had a jam in a while, so.
You know the formations: column, wedge, stagger,
Next
column,
is
and
your
line.
turn to get scapered.
Yep.
Cool. You
Tell
know
it.
to use stamina in armor.
What? Stamina?
Don't do that to me.
No, I just want to see if I got it right. How does stamina?
Top right. It's just the stamina.
Speed.
Vex will be done here in a second. Gave over at BCT, but we'll be done in 5 minutes. I think Vex is en route to pick you up. We'll be doing some mountain training tonight.
In that case, I shall return to you guys.
Okay, sorry.
Cool. Alright.
Shoot this.
What happened with
bitch.
Skeva?
Yeah, but pretty sure they're gonna go to Mount Range.
Oh, Oreo disconnected.
Copy.
Oh.
That's right. Alright, so if you go to this guy,
Yes.
I'm just gonna put some quick on him. Alright, let's get to him.
Okay. Wait. I'm bandaging his chest.
Yep.
5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. There it is. And there's some minor bruise on his leg, which is not bleeding, so his bleeding is all patched up right now.
Cool. And what do you do now?
I will check his pulse. I found a strong heart rate, so he should be waking up any second now, right?
Well, so initially what you do is you put stop the bleeding, first part, you did that. Then you check vitals, blood pressure, and heart rate. Heart rate is the most important of those two. After which, you get him to a medic. If he does need CPR, you conduct CPR. You're aware how you do that, sorry? Yep.
Yep. Torso, advanced treatments and CPR.
Exactly. One thing that I wanted to keep in mind, if you apply tourniquet, you know how those work, I assume.
Yeah.
If you apply tourniquet, you can check the heart rate on that body part. It will automatically show no heart rate, so you can do that on the
because
left
it
arm.
restricts like blood flow.
Exactly. So
And if
that's
you keep
something you have to keep in mind.
Tourniquet on for more than 5 minutes, it starts hurting you, right?
Yes. So tourniquets are awesome. You just stop the bleeding. If you're in a firefight, you just make crucial care on yourself. Put on tourniquets, continue fighting, stop the bleeding, finish the fight, and then start bandaging yourself up. You'll survive for that.
No.
You can drag carry if you would like to drag him for me, please.
Sure.
You want to pick up?
Yes, please.
You'll notice that right button you can fire and left button you can release it. So you can drag this guy and still act or be active in the firefight. When you carry someone, you cannot.
Yeah.
Cool. Vex, did I miss anything that I should have gone over?
No, don't think so.
You know how to read grids, right?
I could use a refresher on that. I haven't done it in a
good
while.
that I mentioned that then. If you look at the map,
Nope.
you see the field hospital?
Give me a second.
Southern part of the large island. Vex.
Yeah, I see it now.
Yeah. So the field hospital is at grid 052, 031. So you do the top grids and then the side grids. So you go into the elevator and then in. You have keypads, you know how those work?
Yeah. It's keypad. I'd say 4. It's right at the edge between like 7 and 4.
Yeah. You can draw on the map, right?
Yep.
Cool, that was in the wrong shot.
Sorry.
But you know what to do. Cool. Alright. I'm satisfied, Barnes. If you have any questions, you let me know. Now let's get to some proper training. Hello, Seth.
Hello.
Where's
Long time no
Steve?
see, squad lead.
Yoink.
Well, we're getting Cutlass
God
back.
damn it.
Scaver will be at the mount range.
Cool. We'll be stopping by the base, obviously, to get the Barnes' equipment. You can start going.
I'm riding with Oreo.
Cool. Your funeral.
Yes.
Speed. For our funeral, if I'm driving.
Well, I don't know why you guys are complaining about my driving.
I know, I'm easily the worst.
I'm not sure about that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, never mind.
I struggle communicating my driving to other people when they're driving. Like, whenever Mace is driven, even though I don't think he necessarily drives bad, it's always the case when he's driving and I'm giving him direction. It always goes wrong, for some reason.
I was gonna say, I've
It's
never got
because-
lost on leaving the base.
It's because some people can't think for themselves. And
Oh, you
predict.
here, sis? I thought you were in the car.
should have done a handbrake turn, but I didn't. Didn't want to risk it.
Scaredy cat.
Did it there.
Alright, getting out.
Zoom out range.
Don't forget to pick up water.
We definitely need more, and we might need something that
Vex,
is more.
could you give me 2 beach buggies on the mount range? I'm gonna get Barnes'
Okay.
kit.
Hello. Wherever you are.
Hello there. Put that monstrosity back.
Hello, came out.
Yeah,
All good?
yeah, alright.
Cool.
Vex, we can all fit in one.
No.
I think we can.
It will keep to.
6.
No, it's 4-seater.
No, two sit in the boot.
Blade. Come closer, look at your map.
I delete
Even
my terrible
though-
move.
Even though we're usually go to the usual area, we're gonna go towards the more testing area tonight, and we're gonna test the prep for battle, the patrol, and the RV stuff. And then I'm hoping that that's gonna just take 30 minutes if everything goes smoothly, and then we're gonna get into some mount range in Sainte Marie. So what we're gonna do is that we're going to be in this area, 0504 approximately. We are going to drive from this location. We are going to drive to a compound at 050, 044. Park in any location really. From there, we're going to plan a route and we're going to approach Sainte Marie, where we're going to conduct MOUT. From the moment that we cross the main supply route, we are expecting contact, and contact will be in the form of red smoke. And as soon as you see red smoke, you are going to engage with RTR and the standard procedure that we're doing. Any other colored smoke for now won't really matter. They will be some insignificant stuff really. So if you see a white smoke being popped, then that doesn't really mean anything. That might just be popped to confuse you. Any questions? Cool. Do you guys feel like you want me to put in the convoy with this, or do we just want to get started with the MOUT? 30 minutes is already best.
Well, I don't know. We haven't gone over any RTR stuff with the vehicles recently.
Yeah, what we'll do, we'll skip that for now, and if we have time in St. Mary, we'll do that afterwards. Cool. All right. Says red, Barnes red, Scava blue, Vex blue. All right. Red in the first one, blue in the rear one. Let's go.
That's the first one. Whoops.
Alright, move out when ready, speed 50.
What happened? Did we crash?
Almost, it's fine.
I just happened to tab out at that exact moment by accident. Somebody say a word for me, please.
No.
Thank you. Yeah, just checking that my OBS is working. I think they're both right.
No. Probably no.
I'm sure it's fine. Just take this left up here, not this one, the next one.
Yeah.
Unless we magically run back into them.
We're next to. Yeah.
Yeah, just stick on this road for a bit. We'll turn right on the MSR, which will be obvious.
Okay.
Like 700 meters.
Don't worry, they're only about 400 meters ahead of us.
I assume they're not on this road.
They're still on the road.
Oh, okay. I thought they would have taken a different one. And your right turn will be just up here. And about 300 meters to the left.
Okay.
Blue, close formation.
Just that road there, in front. Or is it?
Copy.
No, no it's not. Never mind, ignore that one.
This one.
No.
Next one.
Keep going.
Next
for
one.
another 300 meters.
I overestimated how far off we were. Should
Next
be this
left.
one. Yeah.
Okay.
And there we are. We'll just follow it down.
Red team approaching RV. Parking inside compound to the right.
Compound's coming up.
On location 360.
That's
Cars
fine.
covering northeast.
You can stop. You can
Bus
stop.
out northwestern entrance.
You can stop.
Just okay.
Gotta park it perfectly.
60.
God damn it.
360.
Switch the engine off.
Needs one to relieve me northwest.
Thank you.
Red team collapse on me.
If you look at the map, we're currently at RV 050044. What we're gonna do, we're gonna conduct a patrol along the road northeast. At this T-junction, we're gonna take a left, and then we're gonna head up to the compound at 052047. we're just going to investigate this compound. We're not expecting contact per se, or we don't have known contact, so to speak. We're just going to conduct a patrol to that compound and then form RV on site. Any questions?
No questions.
Cool. Let's step off. We're going to be staggered column.
Blade, we're moving out northwest. Staggered column along the route leading east.
Northeast.
Yeah, northeast.
Well, it's the only road leading east.
Northeast.
Anything's a road if you
Blade
want
on
it
the
to
left, red on the right.
Orange switch with me.
Copy.
Is that contact up northeast? Sorry, northwest.
Don't see nothing, boss.
Must have been the wind.
Contact east, contact east.
Red smoke on east. Contact northeast, northeast. Red team from line of blue left.
Left, blue.
Peeling left.
Blue team push to cover front 20 meters. Form base of fire on target.
Holy shit.
Blue, are you set?
Covering.
Oh, what's that?
Red, collapse on me quick.
Lost RDU.
Red, we're going to continue pushing.
The blue team set.
Gold wall. Start peeling there now. We're going to go.
Blue team continue providing covering fire. Red flank left.
Roger, covering.
Go left on the rocks.
Next, can you see?
Nope.
Nope. You just you
Oh, yeah,
I'm
small
coming,
red
so
smoke.
you just get closer.
Blue team switch fire right.
Roger, blue team switching fire right. Fire.
Hold, contact down.
Pilot.
Blue team continue moving northeast, linked up with red team.
Roger, and UX.
Roger, moving.
Blue, any casualties?
Blue team, we lost RU, over.
Copy, thank you.
I'm green.
Blue, no limitations, right?
Nope.
Copy, let's continue our patrol into the compound. Staggered.
Staggered.
Setting off.
Reloading.
Gotta say, I think my swindle with the potential contact northwest was quite smart. But you know.
Yeah, pat yourself on the back.
I know. You know, no one else does, so you know, I have to do it myself.
Sucks being boss man, right?
I suppose it does.
On you.
Compound deemed clear. RV on the eastern edge of the compound.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just skip upstairs.
Copy.
We're rather close security, I suppose it is.
Fuck.
You alright? Give up?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Alright. Cool. Red team hydrate.
Copy, hydrating.
Blue team hydrate. Alright, get closer. Mainly red team actually, blue team remains security. From here, red team, we're gonna move southeastwards. I reckon we're gonna move within this tree line into this area here. I would like us to form an RV at somewhere around here. Wherever is suited in the environment. So that we can kind of get our bearings before we approach St. Marie. We're gonna move out in file. Any questions or comment?
You're still on low ground there.
Well, wherever we it's that area I wanted it.
Yeah, okay.
Any questions?
No.
Cool. Alright, let's go.
Blue, prep to move.
Walking speed. We have an opening here. Let's take
An
it.
opening there.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
So which opening are we going for?
After the appointment, which it says.
Yep.
Blade moving.
One opening's gonna push us into the open, the other one's gonna keep us in cover.
Importance of communication, I suppose.
Yep. Definitely if you want to micromanage. Yep.
That's what I'm trying to avoid.
For you, we're heading out eastwards into the forest. You'll catch up. Much.
Rufus,
Mm-hmm.
how many spots you got open in Blade?
marksman.
I've not seen that disconnect error before.
Good to know.
Which one?
Something about not having jets.
I think that was a change to DLC that's gone fucked up things.
Blue team, just to brief you on what we're doing, we're heading out southeast and we're gonna find a spot to form RV. On RV, we're gonna start planning our approach on St. Marie. Approaching RV. Copy. On RV. Forming RV. Copy.
Barnes, follow me. I'll show you how we do it. Says I want you prone, please. So, as second man, first man is gonna form RV. He's gonna go prone. As second man, you're gonna go prone right beside him, like so.
Okay.
Or on the right. So you do that. IC is gonna move right here in between. So what I really want you to do is have your legs on me, and you're just gonna be facing. So I'm the center of kind of a clock face. Just like that, and everyone else form up. Now, RV, obviously, I'll go over this with you, Barnes. The rest of you should all know this. RV we're using pretty much as a remain hidden, or a case of that we can interact with each other to a higher degree than we could in 360 security.
Okay.
This is really just a case for me to be able to communicate with you guys without going too loudly, and to be able to interact with you guys more. For example, showing stuff on map and whatnot.
Okay, I see.
If this was a higher threat area, which I mean we did take contact not too long ago, but obviously this is a training environment, so I'm considering this to be safe. So that's why we're using this instead of 360 security or close security, right?
Yep.
Scave, if you come a bit closer. Actually.
Vex, honey,
So
a stitch.
You almost up. Vex, you can patch up, or you will do that. Awesome. All right, we got our RV. Thank you. Good spot. What we're gonna do, guys, is that we are going to move immediate or directly south along these tree lines as best as we can, and this environment. We will be expecting contact. So somewhere around here, I'm expecting us to form line or encounter contact. I do not want us to go directly to submarine. I reckon that we're going to move somewhere along this line and hit the road here, and then from there we are going to approach submarine. Maybe this isn't the time to introduce new formations. We'll be starting off with a column, and then we'll start forming line when it is applicable. Any questions? Any limitations? Cool. Prep to move out.
What formation did you have in mind?
Column initially, and then when we get to better terrain, we're gonna form line.
Yeah, that's not what I asked, but okay.
Well, you said what formation you have in mind?
Yeah, the one you didn't want to introduce.
Oh, T formation.
For fuck's sake.
Step up.
Stepping up.
Moving up.
Move it.
Says shift us 30 meters west if you could. Let's get into lower ground.
West man.
Shift and west. Last man moving. Thank you. 12 o'clock goes immediate south.
Contact front.
Contact bearing 190.
Copy, contact 1 o'clock. Move line. Red team deliberate fire 1 o'clock, 50 meters. Blue team start making advances on the right flank.
Copy, you want to just push forward or flank?
Whatever is applicable to the environment.
We'll play cover blues, push forward.
Red team sustain fire.
Moving forward.
Probably worth pushing west, then going forward. Just around here.
Cover right here. Let's use it. I'm stuck.
We can push southeast if they shift fire left.
Copy. Crossing.
Blue team, I got eyes on you. Is that a good position for base of fire?
Moving up.
Yeah, I've got a good position here.
Actually, red team switching fire left. Blue team advance. Red switching fire left.
Right, advance. Mag.
Fire, hold fire.
High
Contact
fire.
down. Blue hold position. Red link up with red.
Friendly chopper.
Eyes on.
You always have to look.
Loading.
Nice one, Blue. That was quick. You were there before I knew it.
I do want to RV about 50 meters south.
Let's move southwest. Take us out to the road. Let's RV there.
Roger.
Blue team's moving first, says.
Copy that.
Skava, 50 meters southwest. Making a 360 there.
Should I take point?
Yep.
Okay, moving out. Southwest.
Blue moving out.
Copy, red prep. Let's go.
Here should be good enough.
Do we make RV?
RV?
Copy.
Get down.
Awesome. All right. We're out of contact, guys. Let's talk about that. So, first of all, any limitations?
Down to 3 max.
3 max, copy. I'll get you another one.
Are you all
There you
green?
go.
4 and
I'm
half
right back here.
mags.
Copy, 4 should be good. Right. One thing I want to mention with that is I think that went quite smoothly. Blue team, I think your flank was really good. If it was a flank or a push, that doesn't really matter. As you asked, or you, if I wanted which one. Really, it's just like we're trying to advance and push the enemy off their position, and I think you guys did that very well. Only thing I will say that we did differently from how I imagined that we should do it in the future is regarding how we collapsed on each other in the end and then went to the RV. Is there anyone who could mention to me how we should have done that properly?
The assault team moves off and creates a RV point whilst the other team catches up.
Exactly. So it would be a case of that we wouldn't combine our forces and then move to RV. It would be a case that one team spots a spot, okay, we need to move to this location and form RV about 150 meters out. And then they say forming RV or forming 360 security at this location. And then the squad can move there to kind of regroup. Ultimately, that should probably be with me or the base of fire team. They're providing base of fire. They might have room to be able to, or the IC there might be able to look at the map, just see, okay, here we got a possible RV, put a point on the map or remember the grid, and then be able to communicate that to the advancing team. Other than that, I think that was pretty neat. Any additions to that, guys? Any questions? Cool. All right. That is the training I wanted to do with active contact. Now we're gonna do more theory stuff. So if you join me, let's move up to the road. I quickly want to go over the methods we cross roads by because it will become more relevant when we get into the town area. So first of all, we're going to do the deliberate crossing, which we're all fans of, which is obviously we're approaching this road, we're going to cross it. We have a linear danger area, as it's called, which is the road. It said start, or if red team is in front, red team establish security on the road for crossing. First man might go to one of the sides, he's covering down the road. Second man is going to go on that side, covering down that road. Third is going to cover front. Fourth is going to cover rear, and if there is a fifth person in my fire team, he's also going to cover rear. Second team approaches, we're set to cross, they're crossing, and they're going to establish the exact same security on the other side of the road. Firstly, prioritizing front, and then they're prioritizing along the linear danger area. Does everyone understand what I'm visualizing?
Yep.
Cool, then we're going to try it. Come with me. Alright, we're going to step off in a column, we're going to cross this road, we're going to be in red team first, says you can be point man. Orders are established coverage for crossing at road. Go.
Enough. Road up ahead.
Copy.
Security.
Setting up right.
Go front. Blue good to cross.
We're good. Last round crossing.
Copy.
Red, that's your cue. Crossing.
Let us know his last man.
And crossing.
Cool. Right. All together again. 2 points. We always cross linear danger areas with running. It could be if we're in a patrol and we're at a T-junction. So imagine that there's a road here that I'm going back. I'm approaching the road. I'm going to take a left. We're in staggered or whatever, and I'm going to be on the right side of this road. Even though we're not in contact, I'm going to sprint across. If I get too close to the person in front of me, I'll do as we always do. Crouch, stationary, wait for him to be approximate spacing, and then step off again. Yep. Second part, obviously, when we're leaving, stuff like that. If you're last man, you mention it. I suppose I should have done that as well, to be honest. At least mention that the red team were crossing, or I'm crossing. To communicate that to red more clearly that we are also crossing. Was that the communication, red, why you didn't cross, or was it like who should cross?
I was waiting for Barnes.
Copy.
And I
Okay,
was
so it
waiting
was
on
that part.
Zez.
Yeah, yeah. I suppose in that case it's just about the initiative, I suppose. So don't be afraid of that.
Isn't it just reverse order? First to go, last to go.
Yeah, we could do that. I'm fine with that. I mean, as long as we get across, I'm happy with it. Next part. So that was in the actual word for that method of crossing is deliberate crossing. We're just gonna mention this as establish security because we're really hard like establishing it. However, this next one we're gonna use less often in open terrain, but this one will be the one which we use in urban terrain more often, and this is called hasty crossing. So what's gonna happen is that one person, point man, is gonna move up to the road. Is gonna establish security along the LDR or LDA. Second person, if someone takes my spot here. Second person is gonna come up to him. Barnes, set, you get to cross. Now, important here is that I'm not gonna shoot above Barnes. I'm purely getting the visual that he has and saying, okay, I'm ready to take up your security. Barnes, set, you're good to cross. Barnes crosses, establishes security front. I take over that security, and next one. And we will continue like that all the way through. And when I'm crossing here, second person to cross, I'm gonna have security down the LDA as well. Now,
Can I just say,
sorry?
Can I just say I have problems with this crossing?
Yeah, that's fine. Either way, the thing with this is obviously that if we're in a file or a column, we're gonna have trouble because one person is looking southeast, but no one is looking that way. Right? So if we want to do this more safely, we'd have to have two columns almost as a staggered column. So blue team would cross on the left, for example, and red team would cross on the right. That is slightly more impractical, I would say, and it takes a bit more planning, but that is one way of solving it. Any questions on this?
Nope.
Cool. All right, let's try it.
With me, staggered column northeast, blue on the left, red on the right. Have to have proper spacing like so, just so that we, get in the sense of it.
All right, staggered column, hasty cross the road, blue left, red right. Set, says, move.
Set.
Crossing.
Set, Lufus, move.
Okay.
Set, Caver. Go.
Set.
Crossing.
Last man over. Blue.
Last one over.
Copy. Sweet. Cool. Now the only the third one is crossing by force. I just want you guys to know this term, and that is generally just don't bother security. We're just moving across. That is obviously if we want to be really quick, and if we don't have a higher threat level. However, even though we're just crossing it, doesn't mean that we're not running across the LDA. We're not going to walk across it, we're always going to run across it and then continue walking. Okay? And again, I can't imagine that I'm going to use hasty crossing in an environment like this, because as you noticed, it's a bit more complicated and it really just achieves the same thing as Deliberate Crossing. And Deliberate Crossing we're way better at. However, as I said, it will be more apparent later on. Any questions on what we've done so far?
Nope.
Cool. All right. In that case, staggered column east southeast along the road. Let's get to Saint Marie. Red on the right, blue on the left. Barnes, switch with me.
Okay, boss.
Why is people calling me boss all of a sudden?
Maybe because you're the boss?
Mm,
You can't get that name wrong.
You don't want to be the boss,
Ah.
drop the sergeant tags. It's as easy as that.
right.
Don't give them ideas.
Shit loves being called boss.
Semper Blade. Affirm, he's welcome. Blade copies. Out. What a tease.
No, shift, but he was already with Dossack. Okay, do you want someone that somebody else already has? Oh.
Why does it always takes me out of the red team?
Not sure. Might not just be your color.
Hold the there for me, please. Alright, let's gather up.
I'm coming to you, don't worry. Right. What we're gonna do is that we're just gonna move from here to the end of that road, and we're just gonna move on one side of the road all the time, and we're gonna do what we've learned. Hasty crossing through the alleyways and whatnot. Any questions? Awesome.
Nothing's gonna happen?
Nothing is gonna happen this run. If we have extra time, I reckon we will. We might go into the mount range and start kicking some ass.
Sounds like Dossack's getting their asses kicked in the mount range still.
Does Ref is on the spawner? Maybe he died. Oh well. Okay, blue team, you're up front. We're only bothering at the moment with we're all gonna be stacked on the same side. Sorry, on the same side of the road. Blue point, red second. It does sound like they're at the mount range, doesn't it?
They are at the mount range. It's active. Should look at your map.
Mm-hmm.
They might need rescuing. Oh no.
Hang on. Blue?
Yeah.
It's a garage.
Alright.
Oh. Never mind. Never mind.
What?
No, I
You
didn't
jumped
look.
the gun.
I didn't look careful enough. Yeah, I did jump the gun.
You saw the garage.
I did see the garage. You're good to push.
His
yourself
rage
there.
intensified
We
instantly.
have a little road here, I think.
Covering left. He's on the cover front.
Yeah, right. I got you, Crosser.
Crossing. Haha, crossover.
I got you. Move.
Crosser.
Cross.
Okay.
Says second.
What?
No,
Cover
just hold here.
Lufus set.
Moving.
Holding, you cover.
Crossing. Last man.
Weren't people supposed to swap out with me, or is that
Yeah,
just...
wait.
Yeah,
wait.
Vex.
Alright guys, let's do this, let's go through this actually so that we don't get this mistaken. Everyone claps on me.
Barnes, let's have you point.
Copy.
Or, I don't, Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm So, alright. Stack up on Oreo. Right. So, right at this moment, Barnes has established security down the road south. We have an open area there. It's, you could consider this, or it is, an LDA that we need to cross. Orio's responsibility as second man. Could anyone just answer me what the second man's always the job of the second man is in terms of these environments?
Help the first man.
Help the first man. Complement where he can't. So in this case, Barnes can't cover his front, or you will have to establish security that way. You could say that he's earning the shot a bit. Perfect. Vex, third man, complements the second man, covering his flank to the right, etc., all the way to the rear where Cess will cover our rear. We're crossing. Okay, cool. It's been announced. Oryu does the procedure with Barnes.
I've got you covered.
Yep.
Crosser.
Crossing.
As Barn crosses, his new priority is front. Third person, you're gonna do it with same procedure with Oryu.
I've got you. South.
Crossing.
Now, what's gonna happen is that Skava, you do that same with Vex.
Covering it. Go.
Move it.
Now, what's gonna happen is that Oryu will leave room for Vex as he comes in. So they switch. Oryu and Barnes continue their movement. And Cess and Skava does the same thing, and we're continuing our movement west. So let's do that.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah, just
Okay.
keep walking a little bit more.
Moving.
Good to move.
And just hold here so you don't go too far.
Now hold at this wall.
Hold.
Hard.
So what happened, right? The difference here between what we can do, which we're going to do as well, is that now we've obviously kept our momentum up in a different way. We still remain our formation. There's nothing that is confusing about it. And the front team can continue pushing as soon as they are across two people, right? This is really where the benefit of this comes in, where it is quick. Now we're going to do the opposite, where we goes back out, and we're going to do it in the other way, which is establishing security. Again, I'm going to call out when we're doing a hasty crossing, and if we're establishing security for a cross. This communication will most likely be in the team where I am, or where the IC is, and they will communicate it. But I assume that people in the other team will have... I mean, I know that everyone in Blade can see what's going on and be, okay, we're doing that type of crossing. All right. So everyone stack up. We're moving east. Red, you're going to establish security down the road south, and blue is going to cross. So I'm just going to walk through this. I know people already know this. Cess takes security south. I got his front east. Barnes, you got my flank, which is north.
Yep.
Blue, red set for security. You get to cross. Now, one thing to consider is Barnes, you and I have to work a bit closely so that we can leave space for them to cross in this case. So either you take a step out or I take a step in. Because we wouldn't want them really to cross our barrels. So preferably we'd go out a bit, you see? So that they can cross between me and Cess, right? Right, Blue, you good?
Crossing.
Face crosses.
Scave, I rod.
Legs, move. Let's cross.
Copy, Barnes, move.
Crossing.
Last man says, move. And we're all across. Cool. Any questions on this? Any concerns?
No, not really. Not for me at least.
Lovely. And you're familiar? Yeah, or you?
Do you want the second or the third to get the corner facing the road? Facing down the
In
road?
which one of them?
For the ones that are crossing over.
So, and we're talking about the one we just did now, right? Like establishing
Yes.
security. So, the rule of thumb that I go by is that the guy that is first across establishes security in the direction which has the highest threat. So this comes down to your own initiative taking and your own ability to assess the scenario where we're in. If you're not sure, you always establish security with the way we're going, front, right? Because obviously people over there will have more difficulty covering this way and shooting above you than you can just safely shoot that way, and that is why you'd cover that way. As well as if you get in a crunch, you're able to start advancing on that threat and be able to neutralize it before it actually becomes a real danger, or a bigger danger, I should say. It gives more options, I find. But again, if there is like a machine gun shooting that way, and it's obvious that we've only established, 50% of the security we can in that way, then maybe it's better to actually establish security there, suppress that target, get him to stop shooting, and then we can continue our crossing so that we're not split up anymore. Does that answer the questions?
Yep.
Cool. Nice. I mean, that's pretty much what I wanted to do, really. With tonight, is there anything else that you guys feel like I've left out and that you have questions about in these regards? Otherwise, what we'll do is we'll go up to that mountain or that hilltop. We'll do the T formation, so I'll introduce that so I can use it without feeling bad for it. And I'll ask Gambler to spawn us some enemies in here so that we can start working on it. Cool. All right, let's go up there in any formation we like, and I'll radio in.
Any formation just means a ball of...
Formation poop pile.
It just means run.
Damn you, hell.
Cool, that's good enough, Vex. Died of exhaustion.
Very tactical, Vex.
Gambler bitch.
I'm dead.
Requesting enemy garrison at St. Marie, over.
Guess I'll just put it back.
What happened with Vex? What?
Nah,
Heat stroke.
yeah, heart attack. He had to run.
Holy crap, Vex! You should get some
Blade.
your cardio up.
Blade copies, no thanks. Sorry, wrong net. Follow me.
I just got a drink whilst I'm here. Right, let's get going.
Oh my god.
Yeah, run, Vex.
Speed.
I am Zbeev.
I'm not speed anymore.
Blade copies, no thanks. Out. I think we're there. If we take contact,
Are you gonna
then
tell us your tea?
yes, I am. If we take contact now, then we'll disregard my jabbering and we'll go full action. Cool. All right. This formation is really simple, so I think we'll get this. It is just the implementation of it that might be more advanced. So, is there anyone who doesn't know about a T, the letter T? Good. The T formation is us making a T. What I'd like to do
capital
now.
or lowercase?
Oh god damn it! Oh my god! You were right. It's capital, obviously. All right. What I would like to do is, if blue team, if you could just stand in a line, close formation towards the east for me, please.
Towards east.
Which one's east?
That's a poor joke on the map.
Yeah, god damn it. All right. Vex, left order, please. Right. So obviously this would be better spacing for all of us, but it doesn't matter right now. The T formation is just like we did now. If blue looks behind you, red has formed a column behind blue. Usually this distance between blue and red might be 30 meters or so. It will be some form of spacing between the fire teams. Is there anyone who could tell me already, without me actually explaining it, why you might want this formation?
No, can't see why you want it.
So why you want it?
What?
Is...
Oh, excuse me.
Yep,
Oh, sorry. What do you need the security front, but you also need security to the sides?
Yeah, sure.
Easier control?
Easier control. I think that's the main thing that I'm looking out of the T formation, really.
Also,
so really, what the T formation is looking for is less of a impact from the front. We're having less of visual impact. We're more mobile in certain terrains. But the main thing where I would like, or if I implement this ever, is that I would like the maneuverability of the fire team in the rear. So as soon as we take contact, if we're in a line, just as we are in a line usually, you know, we take contact, we form base of fire, engage the enemy, and then we're able to kind of start maneuvering. However, with the distance between the fire teams in this case, we're already prepared for a flanking maneuver. And as you know, if you're flanking, you want the flanking team to be as non-noticed as possible. You want them to the enemy not be aware that they are being flanked. And this is the best way of doing that, because if you're in a line, most likely the flanking team will have engaged the enemy. Here, it's easier for blue team, engage contact, draw their fire, and blue team, it's already, okay, red with me, let's go flank right. And that can be communicated to blue as we're flanking. Cool. Any questions on that?
Oh,
Not really.
just admit it. It's the modified arrow.
It is the modifier error. I mean, to some extent it is. It's just that the way I see it is that it's a line which is, we're already committed to a flanking maneuver or an advancing maneuver, which in general I think that we are kind of already adapting to. So this is just another step in that and another tool in our toolbox for me to use. So now I know that you're not going to be scared if I say a T formation, blue in the front and red in the rear. Cool. All right. RV on me, or close security. Let's not bother the stuff, and let's plan our approach on St. Marie.
Quick question.
Yeah, go for it.
Will we ever use the variant where you have a wedge at the front and the column behind?
I have never used that. I suppose you could if you have a fire team in the front that has like 5 members, I suppose. I don't see the I see the point of it. So yeah, maybe we get to that at some point. But for now, let's just remain with the T formation as the more elaborate one. Cool. All right. Guys, we're approaching St. Marie. We know there's contact there. We don't know the size of the contact. We don't know what weapon systems they might have. My suggestion is we'll have blue team moving up east, establishing overwatch, and not engaging contact as best as I can. Red team will be on the left of them in a kind of echelon, or we'll start moving up on the left either way. And then the red team will move in from the northwest, establish security. That was the contact engaging the helicopter. Don't worry. Establish security around this area, and then blue team will link up. Any questions on this?
That's east.
Yep, that's contact engaging the helicopter. Cool. Alright, any limitations? Last chance?
4.5 mags.
Same.
Copy, everyone hydrate. We're gonna make do with the ammo we have.
Copy. If I run out, I'm gonna take an enemy's weapon.
No.
We're gonna give you ammo, it's alright.
Okay.
Cool, alright. Blue team, step off. Red, prep to move.
Scave your point.
We're gonna tag along behind blue until they've established.
Putting emphasis on remaining out of contact, but remaining visual over the town before we actually start approaching. Red breaking off left.
Roger.
Can't see shit from here. 2 seconds. Okay, let's go a little bit further.
I don't really see any more cover that we can get to.
Okay.
Stay low and spread out.
Blue, let me know when you've established security.
It's going to be hard for us to get into a good position with the enemy already alerted.
Copy. If the situation or if the position is a no-go, then link up on us. We're just due north. If you can provide cover from there, then do it, but otherwise we'll approach together.
We do have eyes on contacts in the balconies of the town, over.
Copy. What equipment?
They seem to have no armor, AK rifles, no helmets, over.
Copy, thank you. Red team set to push. Blue let us know when to.
Copy, blue's just pushing up, we might get engaged here.
Copy,
Yeah, there's
red
some
team
cover
set.
just in front. A tree and a rock. My trusty tree.
Moving up.
I'm going to take the marksman to the east-northeast.
Okay, look up here.
Yeah, moving.
All I see is the dude on the balcony. That's it.
Yeah, you take out the balcony. Scaver, you suppress anything else.
Blue's ready to engage.
Red copy, we're pushing. fire, free fire. We're pushing along the road. When you see us at the T-junction, you're good to approach the town as well, Ori. Much.
Don't say that. Could be on the road.
I think that was just north of the buildings.
I got eyes on the red team. Can we skip a hold there? We'll move to you.
Let's go. Bounding.
Doors open in the 2-story. East. Bottom left window. Door open.
Blue team, if you can, enter the town from the southwest so that we can move parallel to each other down this road. Rush.
Skaven moved down to that house. The destroyed one.
Alright.
Next one's he set up following after him.
Mm-hmm. Moving.
Vex this way. Right, I'm crossing over.
Or you we have contact
On
in
you.
the courtyard to your south. I'd recommend checking it.
Copy. Skava, you take front security and just check
Hey,
on
Red,
Cross.
right.
push this road.
Pushing.
I don't see any contact in there. Wait.
Hold
The
this.
shack. Just right of the window. The metal shack.
So we can move up and grenade it maybe.
Mag. I've hit him, but he's not going down.
Alright, alright. Check that door. Exterior.
Right. Red, we're gonna deal with this guy in metal shack.
Copy. We're gonna
Steer.
hold this position until you're ready
Steer,
to
just
bring
hold
with
there.
us.
Okay.
Windows clear. Door shut.
He's bandaging.
Are you good?
Yeah, we're good.
I'm gonna throw a nade in.
Where is contact?
Grenade in.
Metal shack to our south.
Copy.
Vex grenaded himself.
Need support?
Yeah, we're gonna secure, get him out.
Copy.
Okay, take him.
Oh boy, that was embarrassing.
when that building is clear, send Barnes back and we're gonna cross and start clearing the northern side as well. Contact across the road as the building discussion. First floor, windows left. Contact down. Double. Covered by the second area. Yeah. Contact southeast in the window. Let's continue our push. It's only me hearing an engine.
That would be me.
Friendly 400 meter out.
Blue, you get to cross.
Right, moving on. Push past me, push past me.
Past you.
Enter this building.
Opening door.
Hello.
Hello, Dunkov.
Security front. Copy you, Barnes.
Doorway. Clear.
Let's just check external.
Did you grenade yourself, Lex?
No.
With you, says.
I totally did.
Yeah, I saw you.
Hold.
Blue, push past the garage. Take those two buildings from me, please.
Right. Vex, Kava, you got to cross over and reach that 2-story.
Okay, go.
East.
Moving in. Left clear, right clear, room clear. Doors clear.
Contact in doorway is down.
Copy, moving left. Stairway left. Doors right, balcony left. We'll be taking doors right. Moving in. Right's clear, left's clear. Checking the balcony. Balcony clear.
Building clear.
Copy, move parallel with red, we're pushing northeast.
We're gonna quickly check south on her.
Apparently we're ignoring that.
Okay.
Push up.
Just covering, you're good.
Put out a window.
Grenade in.
Oh god.
Let's push.
Hit.
Copy, put a bandage on me.
When you are here.
I'm good to move.
Crossing.
Alright, crossing, Barnes unite. You fit for fight?
In front.
Yeah, I'm good.
Ready?
Copy.
Go.
Blue team take
Go
building
back.
northeast, red team's pushing towards last contact.
Right, says hug this wall. Let's hook it.
When you're done with that building, blue, start pushing on the building towards southeast, last one.
I cannot bandage myself, but otherwise I'm good.
You have to lower your gun. So don't tap control.
With here.
If you need to,
Okay.
it's better if we
Let's push in.
all
Corridor 2 doors left.
I'm good.
copy.
Taking the first door left.
Yeah.
Room clear. Next room.
Corridor's clear.
Roger, building's clear. Building
Let's
clear.
go get Stitch.
Yeah, go get them stage.
And we're done here.
Yeah, stitch me up.
Building clear. Blue,
Very
you
good.
at the second building?
Second building.
South.
Southeast?
Contact? Possibly? No, never mind.
Perhaps I was unclear. We're pushing the last building southeast.
Copy. Oh wait.
Copy, we're moving on your east.
Copy, holding. I believe we got casualties.
A good shack here.
After which RV
on that.
50 meters southeast of that building.
Got doors here. Checking the shack.
Copy.
Shack's
Doors
clear.
again.
Another one south.
Passing myself.
Covering the doors in the building.
Copy.
Take no wall.
Let's go.
Go around behind.
Roger, moving on to the corner.
Rog.
Moving. Sorry for crossing your gun.
Following.
Checking the window.
The windy. You're Scottish now.
Oh, first round clear.
Right.
Here.
Breaching right. Right clear.
Left's clear.
Breaching right again. West clear.
Yeah, we're good.
All clear.
Move to RV. Red's clearing 2 more buildings. We'll link up with you. Or you form RV 50 meters southeast of your last building. We'll join you there. Nice.
15 meters will make that the next set of woods. It's a little far for a RV. I don't want to send everyone across the open field.
Just gotta clip my fuck up.
With you?
You can't clip your fuck ups.
Yeah, I can.
Oh wait, no, you gotta like
Alright.
save it, not.
Blades, any wounds?
I've already been stitched.
Barnes will need a stitch, Vex. Skava, you good?
Yeah.
See you over there. Nice. How did that feel, guys?
For Vex.
Yeah, we only had one KA, and that was self-imposed, so I suppose that is a good day. Who knew that Vex was suicidal?
Oh, I did.
Cool. That's pretty much what I wanted to go over tonight. Is there anything that you guys want me to go over? Or anything that we want to cover in the last 14 minutes?
You don't want to talk about the fuck up.
Which fuck up are we talking about?
Yeah, the throwing a graded to door and then standing opposite the door.
Admittedly, I thought it bounced further into the room.
Is this
You
what you
could
want to talk
see
about?
it.
No,
Follow
it
me.
wasn't that fuck up.
Which fuck up were you talking about?
The one where an AR opened up and almost snapped Barnes' head off.
You're talking about this, let's go there. Let's go across the things.
Yeah, what happened there? Because I'm pretty sure someone in red checked that window.
So I'm not sure if I would call this a fuck up, to be honest. So our standard approach, right, is that we're approaching this way. This team on the left side has front, their rear obviously, and then they're covering the clock faces to this direction. As they're approaching windows or anything that is of danger, they communicate that internally. So the point man will be able to quickly check this, while the second man is able to step out, cover his front better, and then he has passed that and they're able to continue moving. Meanwhile, the team parallel will obviously, as I said, they will have a visual of that. So they can cross and they can communicate if they have contact there. Red team could stop their crossing of that area and blue team could effectively engage it. What happened here, right, is that we took contact from it. I'm not sure why we didn't spot it. It might be he's crouched and we're just not seeing it because we're slightly lower than the actual window. But either way, this is not really a fight we want to take. I applaud, I think it was Skava, right? Throwing in a frag. That's exactly what we want. This wall, it won't be dangerous for us to throw a frag in there. Shrapnel won't go through it. Get a flat frag in there or a flash, doesn't really matter. We just want to hurt that enemy as much as we can, because out here we're obviously ineffective by shooting it because we couldn't shoot him really effectively. So frag in there, perfect. We continue our movement and then we'll deal with that threat as we go. There's no point in standing around and waiting in this kind of linear danger area, having contact from the side and waiting for contact approaches from the rear and the front. It's better to advance, being aggressive, take terrain, avoid that, clear the area, and then swoop around back. And if we have casualties, then we pick them up when we can. Was there anything else we wanted to point out with this?
Yeah, earning the shot.
Earning the shot, exactly. I mean, I'm not sure when that applied, but just like I said, if the point man, he checks it, or he communicates window left, checks it. As he has communicated window left, second man, I obviously know, okay, I know what he's going to do. He's going to check that. I need to step out, and I need to move forward and be able to support Cess, in this case, the point man, with him clearing that window.
Thing is, you didn't see him, so if Zez crossed first, if the guy was crouched, he couldn't see him.
Yep, and I mean,
because
yeah, sorry.
when I crossed second, the guy just stood up and shot at me. And then when I came up here to see what he was doing, he went back to crouch, so I had to do this in order to see him.
Mm-hmm.
So it was impossible for either blue guys or us to see him if he went in crouch.
Yeah, and I mean I'm not saying that wasn't the case. I'm agreeing with that. However, what I'm saying is that that happens. You know, like people will move into the rooms that we've started clearing and whatnot. And that is really why blue team has cross coverage visually. Obviously, they don't shoot whenever they see something because they have to do it with red not being harmed in the crossfire. But they obviously communicate if they see movement in the room. They might say red hold, put a flash in that window. Red will be able to do that, or a frag as we did. If we feel like there is an extra threat, everyone might do the thing which the pointman did, where we all check it. That's also fine if we're secure with the environment, as long as we're moving through it in a way where we're covering the highest threat levels, right? In this case, I would actually prioritize the hills or the kind of vegetation to the southeast from red. So in this case, I'm happy with only the pointman checking it, okay, deeming it's clear, and then pushing on. If you feel like you don't want to cross that, then you obviously just solve it by crouching and crossing it. But in my mind, the most dangerous area here for red is the actual southeast, because blue can't engage that, but blue can have visual of this and compensate my inability to look in that. So if I want to, I can just go crouch, cross it, and then continue. While the pointman and the second man does the procedure which I showed.
Wait, I have one more question. You said that shrapnel won't go through this, right? Through the
Not
wall.
from a frag. Not from a frag. It mount.
Okay.
So sure, it will go through the window, but a frag itself, I would feel comfortable with throwing a frag in here and then being outside.
I wanted to throw a frag here, but I'm not sure if, like, armor physics and all, if it would have went through.
That's a completely different question. The armor physics.
So I kind of wanted to test that.
If you get a frag in here, okay, let me phrase it like this: if you're using frags, we need to be confident that we're not gonna get armored. Yeah. We're gonna start off with that. Best way of doing that, I find, is to know the buildings. Yeah, as Vex says, if it isn't a cup one, if you do the advanced throwing one, it will kind of indicate where it imagines a wall to be. You can easily just scan around in that room with this and see, okay, it believes that it will go through, so you can kind of see it. But yeah, use frags cautiously. If we're bunched up like this, we don't want the frag to be dropped. And if it is dropped, you better know how to pick it back up. Barnes, do you know how to pick it back up?
No.
So if I did this...
Oh no, I know how to pick this back
Yep.
up and throw it.
Works exactly the same.
With frag.
So if you if you drop a frag, you shout frag so that everyone can run, and then
bad
you
frag.
either pick it up. Bad frag is a good one. Bad frag. Everyone will run. You pick that up and throw it in a safe direction, or you run as well.
Would you like to demonstrate?
Or you lay on top of it.
Or you lay on top of it, I suppose.
Yeah, if you're all stuck in a bunker.
We can try this in the last 2 minutes. So this was this kind of what we mentioned as fuck up. Let's go to the second fuck up. Also,
the first one.
Well, you still didn't cover the fuck up, but hey.
Well, what was it? You have to be clear what you want me to
later.
cover, says.
Well, you didn't allow me to be clear on it, but
Okay,
yeah,
well,
I'll talk to you later about it.
All right. Let's go to this check.
Barnes just kill himself.
What the fuck?
No, it looks like
Guys,
Skaver may have.
South, let's go, double time it.
I know.
Just hold there.
I'm dead. Oh my god.
I didn't know you were in there, man.
What?
We have a minor medical emergency first.
I'm sorry. I wanted to test if the frag would go through.
It did. It did.
Yeah,
God damn
I
it,
know.
I told you to wait with that.
I wouldn't imagine someone would go in the building as everyone else left.
I was just going there to check out his wounds. Did I hurt him with my grenade?
I mean,
and I thought that like the body was
Oh,
mine. Or
Thank you,
something.
Zeus.
Thanks.
Alright. So, before we start suiciding ourselves, I just want to take into contrast why, of course, Vex died. So again, we use frags only when we're certain that they're going to work in buildings that have hard walls. This is not a hard wall. It is wood, and it is like duct taped together sheet metal. Stuff will go through that. So don't throw stuff in there and then be safe behind this wall, because you'll get shit.
That wasn't what happened. The wall was bulletproof, so we knew it was safe from shrapnel.
Yeah, but armor. I didn't trust it.
Vex didn't see where the grenade landed, and he stood outside the door.
Copy. All right.
Effectively, I just chucked it in the corner here, and then stood here.
Oh. All right. Well, then okay. Then it doesn't really do that. It just don't be stupid, Vex. I suppose.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. So we're gonna RTB, and I'll see you guys online. If you want to try it, then drop a frag and see if you can pick it up back up. Best of luck.
Who has a frag? Hey, let me get it. Oh.
You saw that, right?
I saw that. Oh.
Okay, it says like it's...
Alright, see you guys on the line. Respawn.
I'll be going. Holy shit.
Blowing up 3-0.
See you guys.
Interesting.
Yeah, basically just
See you, bye.
LAT training with moving targets.
Oh, nice.
Hello.
You learned a lot.
Seems we missed the line.
Yeah,
Greeny,
about, so we got to kill them.
Debrief said they got rid of Private Vex.
This shows how a talent pilot doesn't need.
No, like six didn't really learn anything new.
Don't worry, I didn't throw a grenade and kill myself with it.
Is that what that clip is? Is that what that clip is?
Yes. I didn't trust the wall, and I stood on a shit spot.
Terrorizing Blade missed the light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems like I missed it as well. So
We actually, I haven't rendered all the bodies in at once, but it was about 60 bodies in one building.
Scatter. Grenades out, grenades out.
No.
What?
See you on Sunday.
Right, Blade, thank you for training.
Mad. He's put out his p-shirt.
Bye.
Thank you, Barnes, for
I
joining
don't know
us.
who's leaving, but
See you later.
bye.
Bye.
Thank you for having me.
I've lost all of mine.
Mine was the first one to disconnect.
Shall we adjourn?
Fine, adjourn.
To Discord, you absolute wazzock.
Yep. I say we adjourn.
I'd do that.
Okay, I won't do that.
Had a fun training, I hope.
He's
lots of ass clenching moments, but made it through alive. Didn't die, so.
That's good. Oh. Oh.
It's fine.
Don't worry, Harry. I'm your fucking witness.
You saw everything.
Channel switched. behind Barnes. Well, Barnes was at the window.
Oh, was that what you meant?
Yes. I tried to fucking hint at you and like